And welcome back, everyone, to OpenLine. So this is our final segment, talking again with Jack Derryberry, Legal Director, Disability Rights Tennessee, and Jennifer Rodriguez, Executive Director of the Youth Law Center, looking at this report, Designed to Fail, which detailed abuses that Disability Rights Tennessee found while monitoring the situation at this youth detention center since September of 2020. And I want to just ask each of you to wrap this up, your concluding remarks. And I guess, Jack, I'll start with you. 2 minutes or so. What do you want people to take away from this report and from this discussion?
I want people to take away that the children at the Wilder Youth Development Center need to be kept safe by the Tennessee Department of Children's Services. Just a couple of days ago, we received a report of an investigation from the department. It was 2 months old, and we had asked for it earlier, but we finally got it, and we received it, and it substantiated abuse by one staff member. But it did not do and did not address was the fact that, as the report indicates, and other records indicate, this situation involved 5 staff members. So what were the other 4 staff members doing? What action has the department taken against them? What action has the department taken against the staff member who was actually substantiated for abuse? So the department needs to keep children safe. The department needs to take a very serious look at its assessment and placement process and determine why it is that an enormously disproportionate number of youth of color and youth with disabilities are placed at this one facility. Why is that? That is not anywhere close to the incidence of these particular demographics in society. The department needs to take a very close look at the use of psychotropic medications at this facility and whether or not that is appropriate. And it needs to have some sort of outside evaluation of that. The department needs to look very closely at whether or not it is providing enough education each day to these children. They need to get the educational hours that law requires. And if they're youth with disabilities, which most of them are, they need to be getting appropriate special education services, what the law calls free and appropriate public education. So finally, the department needs to end this use of solitary confinement as punishment. And I would note that the report is posted or will be posted after tomorrow on the internet at www.ylc.org/Wilder Report.
All right, and let's let Jennifer, I want Jennifer to say something. You don't have 2.5 minutes now, Jennifer. I should have stopped Jack a little sooner, but you have about 1.5 minutes. What do you want people to take away?
I want people to understand that Wilder is failing children. It is failing to keep children safe. It is failing to develop them so that they can return back to their home and their community and be safe and productive citizens. I want people to understand that Wilder is failing the public. It's failing each and every person who's watching. It is taking your hard-earned tax dollars and not enough money that would pay for a full 4 years of tuition at University of Tennessee, Knoxville, and instead adding and contributing to young people's challenges and struggles. So I want people to understand that Wilder is failing. And I also know that viewers are concerned about how to deal with youth violence. And what I want people to understand is if you knew the stories of these children, if you knew them when they were small and understood the level of trauma that they've experienced, you'd understand what needs to happen. These are children who have been failed upstream, which is where we need to put resources. If we had intervened early on when they were infants, toddlers, small children, if we had given them those upstream community supportive services, we would not be here right now talking about these services. So we are, but we can do better for the next generation of children. We can do better, and we can start making our investments where it counts and where we can actually have an impact.
All right. Thanks to both of you. Thank you both for coming on. We will take a break now, come back, and I'll wrap everything up right after this.